A person's greatness is not decided by their background, their money, or their luck. It is decided by one powerful thing: their thoughts. This timeless truth has been proven again and again by people like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. Napoleon Hill once wrote in Think and Grow Rich, "What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But if that's true, then here's the real question. Why do so many people struggle to succeed? Do they not dream about a better future? Do they fail to recognize their own potential? Today's story will answer those questions, and it may completely change how you see yourself. So stay with us till the end. This story might unlock something within you. Once, in a crowded railway station, there lived a beggar. Every day, he sat on the platform asking passengers for money as they waited for their trains. Coins, pity, and silence were all he knew. One afternoon, he noticed a well-dressed businessman stepping onto the platform. The man wore an expensive suit, walked with confidence, and carried himself like someone who knew exactly where he was going. The beggar thought, "This man must be rich. If I ask him, he'll surely give me something." With hope in his eyes, the beggar stretched out his hand. But instead of giving money, the businessman asked a question that stopped him cold. "Do you always take from others?" the man said calmly. "Or have you ever given anything to someone?" The beggar was stunned. No one had ever asked him that before. Confused, he replied, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I survive by asking. I have nothing to give." The businessman smiled gently and said, "If you believe you have nothing to give, then you also have no right to ask. I believe in exchange. If you can offer something, I can give something in return. But if you offer nothing, I give nothing." With that, the businessman boarded his train and left. The beggar stood frozen. Those words echoed in his mind all day and all night. If you want to receive, you must first give. For the first time in his life, he questioned himself. Maybe people didn't ignore him because they were cruel. Maybe they ignored him because he offered them nothing. 2 days passed. The beggar didn't ask anyone for money. He was too busy thinking. On the third day, while sitting near the tracks, something caught his eye. A patch of wildflowers blooming brightly beside the railway line. And suddenly, an idea struck him. What if I give something in return? What if I offer value? He carefully picked a handful of flowers and returned to his spot. That day, when someone gave him a coin, he smiled and handed them a flower. Something incredible happened. People smiled back. Some thanked him. Some even stopped to talk. And the donations increased. He noticed something important. When he had flowers, people gave generously. When he ran out, the money slowed down. That's when he understood the truth. People don't want to give out of pity. They want to exchange value. Days later, he spotted the same businessman sitting on a train. Excited, the former beggar rushed over and said, "Sir, today I have something to give. If you give me money, I will give you flowers." The businessman smiled, handed him cash, and accepted the flowers. "You've understood the secret," he said. "Today, you are no longer a beggar. You are a businessman." Those words changed everything. That very day, the man left the railway station and never returned as a beggar again. 6 months later, at the same station, 2 well-dressed men crossed paths. One looked closely and asked, "Do I know you?" The other smiled. "Yes, we've met before right here." Suddenly, realization struck. "You're the beggar, the flower seller." The man laughed. "That was me. But today, I run a successful flower business, and I'm traveling to expand it." Astonished, the businessman asked, "What changed?" The answer was simple. "I realized I was never a beggar," he said. "I was a businessman all along. I just had to see myself that way." Here's the lesson. Life doesn't respond to who you are. It responds to who you believe you are. If you see yourself as small, you will remain small. But when you recognize your inner value, the world responds. You don't become great first, you think great first. And that's how you unlock the real you. If this story inspired you, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Unlock the You, where we don't just tell stories. We change mindsets.